Hi there, good evening to you. Welcome to another program. We Playing, that's the name of the game. In 2012, GT&T's 10-10 tournament is about to begin, and this will be the third year running that we'll be putting together the pieces and having the biggest softball tournament the world has known. As far as I'm concerned, I'd like to see that with some bit of authority, because we have never witnessed an international game in softball, by the way, in the first place. So having 1,224 teams last year spells it out by itself. Good evening again, welcome. As I said, I'm Naim Chan, and during the course of tonight's program, we'll be having several features. Let me just see if I can bring you up to scratch with some of them. First of all, I'll be talking with the Executive Secretary of the Guyana Softball League, Mr. Leonard Harper-Shad. He's already in the studio with me. We'll be hearing from him some of the aspects of the technical aspects and the rules of the games in 2012, if there'll be any difference from last year. So it's very important that the teams who will be participating this year just pay keen attention when Leonard is on air, so that we can make hay while the sun shines. Also, I'll be talking with Sachin Prasad. He's no stranger to you from last year, one of the organizers and the project managers in the tournament. He'll be in the studio with us also to tell us a little bit about that fantastic, superb SUV that you've been hearing about. We'll be showing you pictures and clips of that also. So later on in the program, Bluey Max, our producer for this program, will be chatting with Melanie, that's Melanie Henry. She's the captain of the Barbies All-Star teams, team. She won the game, Barbies All-Star won the game in the female category last year. You'll be hearing from her also, okay? So lots in store for you. Let's remember to register now. And the magazines, you'll be hearing more from Sachin. He'll be reminding us of where exactly you can pick up the magazines, because the registration forms are in there, okay? I'm Chan here. Stand by as we say thank you to our sponsors.
GT&T 10-10 Softball Cricket Tournament is here again with over $30 million in cash and prizes to be won. Males and female compete separately. Application forms are only available in the GT&T Magazine 2012 edition. Secure one now. All completed registration forms must be submitted before February 11 to GT&T business offices, representatives of the Guyana Softball League, or selected GT&T vendors nationwide. Register now. GT&T 10-10 Softball Cricket Tournament 2012, sponsored by GT&T, Vitamall, Powerade, Guyana Lottery, King's True Rewards, Gizmos and Gadgets, Cellphone Shack, NCN, and Impressions. See press for details.
Vitamalt Plus, the new generation of non-alcoholic malt drinks. Vitamalt Plus, packed with B vitamin, ginseng, royal jelly, and aloe vera. These ingredients are known for boosting your energy, enhancing your concentration, and improving your immune system. Vitamalt takes care of you.
Got an itch to be rich? Don't be embarrassed. Buy a Scratch for instant cash relief. For as little as $200, you can scratch that itch and win $200,000 or more instantly. With Scratch, you are free to scratch anytime, anywhere, any day, and even several times a day. Just simply scratch and see what you win. Winning cash could not be easier, so don't ignore that itch. Play Scratch for instant cash relief. Scratch. Remember, a ticket a day could make you rich today.
Having difficulty finding innovative electronics and great deals? Then come down to Gizmos and Gadgets for electronics that will make your life easier.
As I said last year, we had several discussions. You know that, by the way, that the Guyana Softball League is standing shoulder to shoulder with the telephone giants of Guyana, GT&T, to promote this tournament, and they will be responsible basically for the execution of the games, playing seeing that the games are run off smoothly, all the rules and regulations, that will be completely in the hands of the Guyana Softball League. There's no better person to tell us a little bit about that than Leonard Harpershad. He's the Executive Secretary of the GSL. Leonard, welcome, good evening. Thank you for coming back from such a long journey, I understand.
Thank you for inviting me, Naeem, and good evening to everyone out there.
Yeah, 2010, 584 teams, 2011, 1,224. From all indications, 2012 will be bigger. You can foresee a bit of hiccups for the softball league?
What we've done since the 2011 game is that we've started to work on the affiliates, the organizations in the various areas. So we have more people to deal with the games and and to administrate the rules, etc., so that we can have a smooth running of the tournament.
But as I said, with more people on your board, you said this will be simpler. But could you put your finger on some of the problems you encountered in 2011?
Well, in 2011, what we had is one person was in charge of an entire zone, and some of these zones have several grounds for the games. Mm-hmm. But we found that one person to do that was very, very difficult. What we've done since 2011 is that we've encouraged those areas to get themselves formed in the body, thereby allowing us to administrate the games in a wider perspective.
And umpires. Last time around, my understanding is that we had sufficient.
Yes, and we brought some more umpires on board, some that we've been training in other tournaments that we had during the year. So, and they're now ready for it 10-10.
But these umpires are all trained, right?
Yes.
I'd like to assume so.
Yes, they are.
They are trained. And some of them have even had international experience. And
that's true.
Last year, I think our top umpire,
Mr. Eddie Nichols.
Eddie Nichols was a part of the tournament.
Yes, he is.
So in your estimation, we have a fair, the umpires have a fair, if not above average, understanding of the game and the rules?
They have. And the rules are very simple. Very basic, so there shouldn't be any hiccups in terms of the games.
I see the registration form has 14 players. How did you come up with that number?
14 is what we've used for the last tournament. We found it to be very effective. So we would like to continue with that amount of players.
But this tournament will be lasting for
approximately 5 months.
Almost 5 months.
Yes.
You think 14? If that gets exhausted, I mean, through injuries, migration, nowadays people are just going away and some coming back at the same time. But you foresee any problem with?
Not really. What we've been telling people is to look at their teams and the composition of the teams very carefully before they can add those players to their list. The other thing is that in the 2011 tournament we had a bit of a bad weather, and that affected a lot of players in terms of their output. What we are expecting fair weather this time around, so those 14 players are.
But if I can be the devil's advocate, if my team, for whatever reason and circumstance, I've exhausted the 14 players, and for example, in an important game, I can only come up with 10 players because the other the other 4 players were all injured. What do I do? Play with 10?
Yes, there's no room for
any adjustment
to that. What we found in the past, we've done that in the past in other tournaments, and we found that people have been abusing that privilege. So we decided to do away with it, and the 14 players are all you're allotted to.
Now, I know several teams are watching, probably looking in on this program right now. Registration is taking place at the moment. If I ask you to tell the captains out there about 1 or 2 things that's very important in registering, what would you tell them?
When you register the players on the list, please ensure that the names are legible, and you ensure that the zone that you want to play in is on the ticket that you receive.
And what about the names? Shouldn't they be corresponding with that on their ID cards or birth